Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in today's video, we will understand how to set up Webhook inside Stripe. So Webhook acts as a bridge to connect applications and it helps to deliver the data to other applications as an event happens. So in this video, I'm going to tell you step by step that how you can set up Webhook inside Stripe and capture the payments in other applications. So in this video, I'm going to tell you that how you can deliver the data from Stripe to other applications whenever an event will take place. So here in Pabbly Connect, I will go to my trigger window and over here, I'm going to search for Stripe as my trigger application. And the trigger event will be new charge. So this trigger will start working whenever I'm going to receive a new payment through Stripe. So as I've selected my trigger application and the trigger event, now you can see that a Webhook URL is given and along with that a help desk is given. So this Webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect our Stripe account with Pabbly Connect. So read the help desk given below carefully. So now I'm going to take you to my Stripe account. This here is my Stripe account and I am in test mode. So here I will go to developers and in developers I will go to Webhooks. And here in Webhooks, I will go to add an endpoint. So here in add an endpoint, I need to mention the endpoint URL. So it says, set up your Webhook endpoint to receive live events from Stripe. So now in order to do that, here I need to mention the endpoint URL first. So here in Pabbly Connect, you can see that the Webhook URL is given. So I'm going to copy it. And here in Stripe, I'm going to paste it in endpoint URL field. Once that is done, so it will listen to the events on my account. And now here, I'm going to select the events to listen to. So as my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a new payment through Stripe, then the details should be captured in Pabbly Connect. So in order to do that, I will go to this charge drop down and over here, I'm going to select charge succeeded as my event. So it will occur whenever a charge will be successful. So once I've done that, I'm going to click on add events. So you can add the events as per your requirements. So as I want to capture the details of the payment, so here I've added the event of charge succeeded. So as I've mentioned the endpoint URL and mentioned the selected event as well. So here I'm going to click on add endpoint. And here you can see that the Webhook is successfully set up. So here you can see the status that is enabled and it is listening for charge succeeded. This here is my API version and over here you can see that it is waiting for events. So that means the Webhook is successfully set up for charge succeeded. So here in Pabbly Connect you can see that it is waiting for Webhook response. That means now I need to do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded over here in Pabbly Connect. So in order to do that, I will take you to my Stripe account and here I will go to payment links. So here in payment links, let's say that I'm going to do a payment for this spoken English note. So I'm going to copy it and in a new tab, I'm going to open it. So this here is the payment page and now I'm going to fill in the details. So let's say the email is dummyuser@pabblytuts.com. This here is the phone number and as I'm in test mode, so this will be a test payment. So here I'm going to fill in the dummy details. So let's say this here is a dummy CVV. Now moving to the cardholder name, that will be dummy user. Now I'm going to mention the billing address. So these here are the details of the billing address and now I'm going to select the state. So here you can see that I have filled in the details and now I'm going to click on subscribe. So it says thanks for subscribing. That means the payment is successfully made and the payment details would have been captured in Pabbly Connect. So now I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect. So here in Pabbly Connect, I have received the response. So this here is a type as charge succeeded. So this was an event. So scrolling down to the details. So here you can see that this here is the receipt URL given. So I'm going to show you this receipt as well. So I'm going to copy it and I'm going to paste it in a new tab. So this here is the receipt. We have received this detail from the response from Stripe. So here in Pabbly Connect, we have successfully got the receipt URL as well. So here in Pabbly Connect, I'm going to show you the other details as well. So here you can see the payment method detail that was of card. And over here, you can see the billing details. So here's the name, email, and here is the address details. So this here is the product amount. But the payment which was made for the product and the actual product price was of ₹2000 only. But in Pabbly Connect, when the response is captured, the decimal is removed. So while the data was sent to Pabbly Connect, meanwhile in the process, the decimals were removed and the zeros were attached with the actual amount. So now in order to rectify it, we are going to use number formatter by Pabbly. So by using number formatter by Pabbly, we are going to perform a math operation and then we will remove these extra two zeros and get the actual amount of the product. So the first objective of this automation is setup. That means the webhook which we have set up inside Stripe to capture the new payment details is working successfully. And this means whenever a new payment will be made in Stripe, then automatically the payment details will get captured over here in Pabbly Connect. So this trigger will instantly capture the new incoming data and the workflow execution will start in real time. So now moving to the amount part. So here in this action window, I'm going to use number formatter by Pabbly. So here it is. And the action event will be to perform math operation. And now I'm going to click on connect. So over here in this numbers field, I need to mention the amount of the product. So from the response received, I'm going to map it. So basically mapping means to insert the data from previous step. So as I've received the response from Stripe, so over here in this field, I've mapped it and now the operation will be of divide. So over here, I'm going to divide this amount by 100 so that I can receive the actual amount of the product and the payment which was made. So here I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see that we have received the amount of the product that was of 2000 rupees. So here in Pabbly Connect, that means now whenever a new payment will be made through Stripe and the response will be received, then automatically by using number formatter by Pabbly, the extra zeros will be removed and the actual amount of the product will be mentioned in the result. So as I've got the details of the payment here in Pabbly Connect, now I want to add these payment details in a Google Sheet. So in order to do that, I'm going to click on this add action step. And over here, I'm going to search for Google Sheets as my action application because I want to add the Stripe payment details in my Google Sheet. And the action event will be to add a new row. So now in order to establish a connection between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on connect. And to add a new connection, you just have to sign in with your Google account. So here I'm going to click on allow as this is a secure access. And the authorization was successful. So here you can see that Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect is connected. So now moving to the select spreadsheet part. So this here is the Google Sheet that I've created by the name of Stripe Payment Details. It consists of these columns and only of one sheet. So in this Google Sheet, I want to add the details of the payment. So here in Pabbly Connect, from this select spreadsheet drop down, I'm going to select the spreadsheet as Stripe Payment Details. And it has detected the sheet. So now moving to these fields. So here to mention the details in these fields, I'm going to use a method that is called as mapping. So basically mapping means to insert the data from previous step. So as I've received the response from Stripe, so here in these fields, I'm going to map the details from that response. So here in the payment made field, I'm going to map the payment which was made that was of 2000 rupees and here I've mapped it. So now moving to receipt URL. So again from the response received, I'm going to map the receipt URL. Once that is done, here I need to mention the address. So I've received the address details as well from the response. So here I'm going to map the address and here it is, that is 123 ABC Road. And now I'm going to mention the state and the city. So over here again from the response received, firstly I'm going to mention the state. So this here is the state, I have mentioned it and now I'm going to mention the city. And over here in address, I also want to mention the zip code as well. So here again from the response received, this here is the zip code and I have mentioned it. So once I've mapped all of these details, this method of mapping is important so that every time I'm going to receive a new response, so that response could be taken into consideration in these fields. If I would have written this information manually, in that case, this information could have become static, which means that it wouldn't change even if I would have received a new response. So to avoid that problem, we map the information. So as I've mapped the details, here I'm going to click on save and send test request. And you can see that I have received the response and this here is a positive response. So now I'm going to take it to my Google Sheet. So here in this Google Sheet, you can see that the payment details is successfully added in a new row. That means now whenever I'm going to receive a new payment through Stripe, then automatically the payment details will be added in a Google Sheet in a new row. So the setup of the webhook inside Stripe was a successful one. That means we have successfully set up the webhook inside Stripe for new charge. That means now whenever I'm going to receive a new payment through Stripe, then automatically the payment details will be captured in Pabbly Connect and then it will be added in my Google Sheets in a new row. So if you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Not just these applications, you can integrate a lot more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you have any doubts regarding Pabbly, reach us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, you can visit us at forum.pabbly.com. If you have any pricing related query, you can visit this link. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe our channel.